Hello, it's Christmas Day. I'm just going to tilt you up a little bit actually. That's better. Yep, it's Christmas Day. It's the last Vlogmas this year. I can't quite believe that I've managed to keep up with this every day through December. I'm quite proud of myself. We've opened presents. I think it's about 12 o'clock. I just went into the kitchen and Dave's cooking and it is chaos in there. And I went in there to make us both a drink and got all a bit overwhelmed and stressed. So I've come upstairs to do this. I brought with me a hot chocolate, and yes, this one has got rum in it. Because it is Christmas Day and I'm not sure what time the sun goes over the yard arm, but it's Christmas Day and so that doesn't count, does it? Although it's probably best not to put your thumb in it. And also I had breakfast quite a long time ago, so I'm going to sip my hot chocolate slowly. Yesterday, I didn't get a lot of sleep. Do you know what? When your children are small and they drag you out of bed in the early hours of the morning on Christmas Day, you think, oh. And then your children grow up and you sit around waiting for them to get up on Christmas Day so that you can have your presents. But we were woken up, well, I was woken up twice during the night. First of all, my cat Lily came up to the bedroom in the middle of the night to tell me she'd been sick. And that turned out to be on my sofa. It's okay. We have leather sofas for a reason. We got them when the boys were small. We had a dog. We have cats. They're wiped clean. Not a problem. Then, must have been about 7:30. Rocket, Poppy's brother, was on the landing calling, which usually means he's brought us a little present. And he had in fact brought us a little present, but it was a red and green crinkly cat toy that's an iCord. Sorry, my Zoom friends will know that's an iCord. It's not an iCord, it's a crinkly cat toy. Sorry. Yeah, so he got that for his first Christmas. And it may be a coincidence, but when Dave went down first thing, he'd got all the toys out of their little toy box to find the Christmas crinkly. Now, I don't think that's a coincidence. I think he knew. I think he associates the tree with the Christmas crinkly. He did lose it the next year. It was lost for ages. And we'd bought 4 or 5, I think, all at the same time. But that one was his favourite and we couldn't find it. And the others had all disappeared. And we thought maybe he'd taken them outside to play with, because he does do that sometimes with his toys. And then I found it 3 or 4 weeks later and he'd put it in my boot. I put my foot in my boot and there was this kind of crunching in the toe of my boot, and you can imagine the kind of screaming and ripping off of boots and flinging them across the floor that went on. And it turned out just to be his red and green favourite Christmas crinkly. Anyway, that's got nothing to do with knitting at all. I did a Christmas Eve cast on and it was some socks for Dave. And I didn't go to sleep till 1 o'clock this morning because I was just enjoying. Once I got past the rib, I was just enjoying going round and round and round. So I got that much done, which is probably almost the whole leg. I haven't measured it. Let's give it a quick measure. I can't find my sock knitting notebook. I I looked in my stock yarn drawer. Yeah, that is very nearly as long as a leg I do for myself. I might do it a bit longer for Dave. Can't find my book. And after all that, oh, I've bought these sock patterns and now I'm going to knit Dave a sock. He wants a vanilla sock because patterns feel weird in his shoe. So that was that. But I did also do a little bit on my quadrophenia blanket. This is still only the second section. And I did from there. And I've just joined, you can just see I've done 2 rows, I think, of the third colour in this section, which is colour 9, day 9 of the advent calendar. I love this orange. I really love it. I think that was goldfish. That was parrot. And I think the one that I've just joined in was deer. That one, I think, was deer. Might be wrong. Right, I do still have a couple of little parcels to open. I've got this one, which is the Discreet Unicorn from 2022. Let's see what this is. I think it's gone back to blue, which will be quite good because I'm making a cowl and I'm going to join the ends together, obviously. And it started with blue. Yes, it has. That's perfect. That couldn't have worked out better, could it? Blue. That's almost like it was meant to be. It was written in the stars a year ago. Sorry, it's the rum talking now. Okay. Last one of the Moonlight Fibre. This is going into the Morrison scarf or not. Probably not, because I've started putting together minis for a blanket that I want to make. And I have to confess, this is Christmas confession now. My plan for next year is to stash down. I have got to stash down or move house. And I think stashing down will be cheaper in the long run. So I'm stashing down. I'm joining in with Karen from Recreational Knitting. Stash Be Gone 2024. I can't remember if it's 2024 or just 24. So I'm not going to put the hashtag on the screen. Go and watch Karen from Recreational Knitting. It's on her vlogs. And then I had a moment and I saw that Yarn Unique, is that right? I think it is, was doing a mini club and I signed up for it. And then I thought to myself, no, you weren't going to do that. It's done. Oh, wow. Sorry. We're back to looking at yarn now. Sorry. This, I'm glad this is going into my blanket because this is just so pretty. Look at that. Very autumnal greens and rusts. Brown. A little bit of olive there. That is beautiful. Yep. That's bound for the blanket, I can tell you that right away. And finally, as they say, my Yarny Corner, I ordered the main skein. Let's see what this is. I don't know if there's an inspiration for this or whether it's an amalgamation of everything else. And while I'm on the subject of my Yarny Corner, congratulations Alex and Danny. Oh, wow. Oh, that's knocked everything on the floor. This is why you shouldn't have rum when you've only had breakfast many hours ago and not had anything else to eat. It is only a splash of rum in my hot chocolate. but I don't really drink, so yeah. This is called Christmas Memories, and it is so, oh wow, this is going to have to be some, oh, this might go into my Christmas shawl next year. It's got some beautiful greens and golds and red. Oh, I love that. Yeah, that might well go into my Christmas shawl come November. Let me just fetch what I've knocked on the floor. Anyway, how's everyone else's Christmas going? Have you started on the alcohol yet? I don't advise it. I'm not going to show you all my Christmas presents because I'm not 5 and this is not show and tell at school. But I am going to show you one. There have been tears this morning. Before I started on the run, there were tears. Dave has made me a present. He's made me a project bag. And I kind of knew this was coming, but I did not know the full extent. Look, look, this is what caused the tears, look. Can you see inside? There's a pocket to put my pattern in, I quote. There's another little pocket for me to keep snips in. And I know those are very, very sharp. They're the ones he uses for his leather work. There's a little to put stitch markers on. There's a specially shaped pocket for my pencil. And I was already a bit teary, but this is what set the tears off. Can you see that? Let me hold it closer. And he said, I don't know if you want it stitched on or not. I don't think it's very good. Are you mad? Of course I want it stitched on. That does mean more work for him though. But yes, I want it stitched on. It's amazing. He's so clever. And really, he's only started this hobby a year or so ago. He used to draw. He used to draw a lot. And that's his style, and that's what he does. He does, like, they're not caricatures, I don't know quite how to describe them, of our animals and our friends' animals. And after he'd done all our animals, some of them twice, and our friends' animals, he kind of ran out of things to do. And he started doing his leather work, and yeah. Turns out he has a talent for that as well. I very much love it. And I hope you don't think I'm like, look at me, look at me. Because it's more a question of look at Dave, look at Dave. I'm just so blown away by it. Sorry about that. I forgot to empty my recycle bin and I ran out of storage. I'm going to have a big sort out and a clear out. So, let me end a bit more properly now. I'm going to sit here quietly. I'm going to eat this little bar of chocolate that came with my Ducky Darlings advent calendar, and I'm going to drink my hot chocolate that has got a little bit of spiced rum in, and I'm going to cheers you all, as the children used to say, and wish you all a very Merry Christmas and a happy and healthy 2024. Thanks for sticking with me. I'm sorry some days have been a little, well, some days. I'm sorry it's mostly been boring, but I think I might do it again next year. It wasn't as bad as I thought. So, yeah. I'll see you next week for a proper podcast. Until then, cheers.